This is character. After doing some minor tweaking and figuring out some things, I have kind of got it to a point to where it is playable. Now this is a more or less kind of hit run and gun, I guess you can call it, kind of playstyle where I just run up, use the skill and I run away, only going back if I see loot or hear loot drop. Mostly exalts, but sometimes I'll pick up chaos because I end up spending chaos. So let's go ahead and kind of show you exactly what we're dealing with here and give you an update of everything we got going on. So the major changes I have done is I have changed out my boots for tailwind elusives with double dodge. Ooh, excuse me. And I have taken out all of my cast on damage taken setups. So I no longer have any of those. And now I have done that because they made cast from damage taken cost mana. And because it costs mana, that means it is very hard to because it costs mana, it's very hard for me to get a what do you want to call it? I'm drawing a blank. Proper amount of rage. There you go. And when it costs mana, it costs rage due to Hateforge, and our Chainbreaker. I believe it's our Chainbreaker. But anyway, so the way we have it set up now is we have no cast on damage taken setups. So our defensive layers are purely evasive and dodge. So that's just one thing. Our flasks have all been modified. We have use when adjacent are used, use when adjacent is used, use when charges are full, use when adjacent is used, and then reuse at the end of flask effect, so we can basically get just insane value out of all of our flasks throughout the entirety of the map. Now this is good, but it's also kind of sketch at times, so just be wary of that if you're going to be doing this. But let's go ahead and pop in. I think I have a haywork somewhere. Maybe not. Let me see here. Take some of these out and trade them. Let's see, what map did you give me? New Vestir, alright. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and grab one of these. There we go. Haywork. Sure. And just for the sake of it, I'll run it without the without everything going. So Haywork uses ritual. As you've seen in our other video, our ritual ooh, fun. Our ritual is set up so we can farm ritual really conveniently. Alright, now let's go ahead and just real quickly throw in this map, get it over with so we can kind of show you exactly what we're dealing with. Alright, cool. So we have to wait till we get to 24 rage as per usual. 1, 2, 3, 24. And then we can just start running around, hitting the ground over and over again. And as we gain max flash charges, all of our flasks start popping, and our movement flask just is always popping because it says reuse at the end of effect. So as you see, we are literally not pressing any buttons except for our square button. Come on. 3, 4, there we go. And as you see, we are literally able to steamroll everything. There's no real issue doing any of the content. All the conquerors are really simple too. After this one, I will definitely show you. I just wanted to show you a map without the just with Conqueror spawns, I guess, and then I'll show you another one with Conqueror itself, because, yeah, just because. Alright. Alright, and that was the boss. Now it looks like we have to find the other two rituals. And here are the other two rituals, so we're just going to go ahead and steamroll these real quick. Kill everything real quick, like, make sure it's all dead, start the ritual. Actually, let's kill this first. Or we can kill on the altar, the better. Cool. And this is basically our build that we're going to be having fun with a lot in Standard. You'll probably see me playing this build a lot more now that it's relatively, you know, fixed up. I will do some tweaks here and there to kind of give it some more benefits and usages. Overall, you know, making it a strong build. Looks like I hit the ground too early. Come on, there we go. Alright, now we have literally nothing of note here. What I like doing is I like deferring those because those are really good for, you know, future use. I'll go ahead and grab that. See if that's useful. Oh wow, it just gave us 5 tabby cards. That's interesting. Huh. Alright, and then we do this. Then we can actually defer these again. And then just wait until our next map if we need to. And that is pretty much the map. It's really simple, really easy to do with this build. You're literally pressing one button once and then everything else just triggers automatically. Sometimes you do have to press one more button, but it's not really, you know, really annoying or anything. We don't really use dash. We literally just run around really quickly, so it's not kind of in our best interest to use dash, so it's just, that's just is what it is. Alright, yeah, it's gonna do it. So I have to go back into my stash here, highlight my currency page so it sees I have currency, and then go back down and go ritual. And I just go into here, deposit my tabby cards, and proceed. Alright, and this will be Redeemer, so you're going to see exactly how fast and or slow or whatever you want to call it she is. Now I know there are there are builds even in League right now that are insanely fast, and I do plan on making them because they are bow builds. But as of now, I have yet to do it. I'm just I've been working on this as a project more than I have a lot of other things, so that's just where I'm at right now with the game. I have a lot going on in my life right now that it's making it a little harder for me to dedicate a lot of time for League. I've been, you know, getting on to record a video or two and then getting off to deal with life and then repeating the process. So Hopefully this clears up within this next week. I'll figure that out as soon as I can. Alright, come on. Get that rage up. 2, 3, 24, and now we just start running around. The thing is, breaches are really easy and fun with these. You just literally drop a few VLSs in an area, come back, drop a few more, come back, drop a few more. That is literally your playstyle. Like, this is literally the build. It's kind of fun. VLS Foul Lightning Strike, if you guys don't know. Looks like we have 2 rituals right next to each other, so that's pretty strong. Alright, we have some more chalupa stuffs. Let's go ahead and kill them all real quick. Ah, we actually have a chalupa. Hi, chalupa. You give me 10 splinters. How nice. Now let's go ahead and do our ritual. Now, I have yet to start doing this, but eventually I will start putting ritual vessels in every single one of my rituals. Up to 4, and obviously you do that because you want to buy as much as you can off of them. And usually what you do is you do it on the very, very last ritual, or you do it on one with a boss, so you get even more points. Looks like we have a corruption chamber. We'll go ahead and run this real quick. This is pretty much our playstyle, as we run around, we hit the ground a few times, and we keep running around. Now, I know there is a lightning strike variant of this that is still relatively solid and can function without the Hateforges. I don't know too much about it, but I do know someone who does, so I will be looking into making that, as I really do enjoy this playstyle. It is not the same build as a lightning strike build, though, I will say that, or a Val lightning strike build, though. It has its ups and downs as far as how good or bad it is. It looks like our flask isn't popping when it's supposed to. I don't know why. There we go. Alright, for some reason our flasks have stopped working. I don't know if this is a bug or what this is, but it's not cool, honestly. Especially when I'm used to everything just being automated. But that's fine. What I'll do is I'll just end up popping the flask manually so I can keep running around, killing things. Redeemer jeweled foil, huh? I'll go ahead and grab that. So yeah, I don't know why, but my auto flasks aren't popping right now, and that's kind of annoying. But you know, who would have thought PoE is buggy, right? Oh, now they're working. That's interesting.
Welcome. Time has no meaning here. Your pain will be endless. Distasteful! Loathsome! Revolver! I shall free you. Away with you! My only consolation is that I am not alone in this torture.
Nothing really
See
great.
you
Ooh, frostbite ring. I can use that for an awakener slam. Now I gotta go find the last ritual altar. So it looks like somehow our flask went back to normal. I have no idea.
Just in time.
Our last ritual altar is here. Now we just kill everything. A little bit laggy, but it's to be expected if you're doing this. Alright, perfect. Cobalt Jewel, which is doo-doo. What do we have? 3 of Scouring cards. 2 more Tabula cards? Alright, sure. Then we have more of these, so we're just going to defer these so they can get even cheaper. We'll go ahead and grab the Tabby cards. Grab the cheaper 2 Chaos, defer that one, and then re-roll. Boom. Alright. We will see what our cards are. 10 Chaos Orbs, 2 of 8. No, that's like, what, 2, 3 Chaos, so we can defer that, defer that. And why not defer that, just so we can see what we get. Reroll. Oh, what is our ring here? Nothing. Okay, reroll. And now we have an Exalt, which we cannot defer. Well, them's be the breaks. Sometimes you get something cool. Sometimes you just get nothing. I guess, I don't know. What is that? 10 sextants. Well, you know, you live and you learn. But yeah, let's go ahead and defer whatever we can here. Just defer this one. There we go. And this is standard, so, you know, I'm not really worried about the exalts. But as you saw there, between my last few videos I've done and to show you kind of ritual in this, like this, I've barely done like another 3 or 4 maps and I already got an X. And literally about 5 maps before that, I had another exalt. So they are very, very common. It is very, very much an easy thing to acquire in this. And what I'll do now is I'll show you what this fight is like with Sirus, if I can even do him. I haven't fought Sirus yet on this new setup, and obviously I'm missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 gems. What I'm thinking of doing is maybe hitting this with Tempering Orbs until I get 15% increase effect of lightning modifiers, and getting that lightning damage up along with lightning pin up, with no sockets obviously. That way that's, you know, 3 sockets taken care of. And then with my shield, I still need to upgrade the shield. We'll figure that out when we figure it out. Boots, these are pretty good for me. They give me a lot of dodge and evasion. And only thing is, I just don't know what to put in my helmet, my shield, everything like that. So we'll figure that out as time goes on. For now, we're just kind of winging it. I don't know a whole lot about this build. I didn't really look up too many guides about the Val Lightning Strike Raider. Or, not Raider, Val Lightning Strike Pathfinder. So let's go ahead and test out Sirus and see if I can't get him killed. We'll say this: the longer you're in the Sirus fight, the more likely you are to die. Usually, however, with this build, because I'm so fast, I'm usually not having any issues with the fight. It's usually just me running around in circles, hitting the ground, dodging his die lasers. Whenever he says die, you just move to the side and you quickly hit the ground a whole bunch of times.
You really think this would work?
Sirus, please, we want to help you. Don't do anything hasty.
Destroying you is as easy as flicking a pest.
No,
Sana!
Kirak!
How boring and small. You want the Atlas? Take it. It's yours. But Ori, I will burn to the ground. Perhaps the suffering of my fellow citizens will finally stir some.
Alright, as you see, our flasks are auto refilling and auto draining. You have to be careful when you're doing that with this fight.
What's this? A real challenge? You've finally caught my attention.
Alright, that's one phase. I don't even know how I phased him, but I phased him.
The others found strength in their projections. They became reliant. Not so
I don't know exactly how I died there, but I did, so... I think it was the meteors, but he didn't say anything, it just kind of happened. You have to be careful with Orion sometimes. Also, remember I do not have the ability to use cast from damage taken anymore because it now drains rage. So, because it's not a free spell like it used to be, it's just a hindrance now. You have to kind of be a little bit more careful with what you do. Now, what I ended up having is casting damage taken a Mortal Call on one damage threshold and Steel Skin on another damage threshold, so when one would trigger, the other one wouldn't, and when the other one would trigger, the other one wouldn't, so on and so forth. Because you can only have one guard skill active while one was on cooldown, usually... well, I think they share cooldowns, if I'm not mistaken, so that's not exactly what I'm trying to say, but you kind of get it. You kind of get it. Okay, well, there's a storm. Oh, well, I thought it disappeared. Well, welcome to console and, you know, the Sirus fight. That is a very interesting welcome party to what is the Sirus fight on console. Yep, that happened. I may or may not need to step aside for my my wife's help real quick. If I do, I will leave it recording and I'll come back and finish the video. I do apologize if that is the case. Now we're going to let everything load, so, you know. Yeah, because we run so fast, this is basically... he never hits us. And that was that fight. I think I ran out of the arena because I didn't get any flash charges for my movement. I don't think it's gonna let me... No, it's not gonna let me get my throat. It got me... Ah! Yeah, you gotta be careful with Orion. He hurts. As you saw there, his audio cue was a bit off. Alright, I don't know. I think I phased him. Yeah, I did, because I got some flash charges back. So now what I do is I let the flash go up a little bit. Once they go up just a little bit, there we go. Now let's go back in here.
Insists on continuing to exist.
Just start hitting the floor. Alright, so now we'll be on last phase after this. Alright, we're getting some flash charges back. Looks like he's above the 2 storms there, so usually what we do is we just kind of wait for it. Looks like our flasks are auto-popping now. Unfortunately, that is the case with this build, is that sometimes you just auto-pop your flasks, but, I mean, I like it, kind of. Yeah, unfortunately, we have to... Yeah, I didn't even see what was going on there. The lasers were kind of messed up. Let's see, he's about half health. Let's wait for these lasers to drop. Alright, now we can go back in. Well, like I said, we're still working on the build a little bit. We still have a bunch of links to figure out. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. What I'm thinking is I'm going to do something along the lines of a brand setup for bossing, so I can get lightning exposure plus conductivity on it. The brand will cost rage, though, so if I do it, I have to do it in such a way that it's, I guess that it works just enough with my Hateforges, because, you know, it's really hard. Not the Hateforges, but my setup, because it's really hard to, you know, cast things now. Wait for everything to load. Let's go ahead and wait for the onslaught flask. Alright. Oh, not that way. Oh, okay. Well, as you saw there, we got pushed into a wall. That was interesting.
Feel the thrill of the void. Everlasting fire.
I don't even know what's going on. Alright. Well, as you saw there, that was an invisible die laser with an invisible quad laser, and now the quad laser shows up, so yeah, I don't think they've did a really good job with this league. Well, it looks like I might have my first Sirus coming back to this build as a Sirus fail. It is what it is. You gotta be, you know, you gotta be in it to win it, and if you don't end up getting what you need to get, or, you know, in my case, just I'm just unsure exactly in what route this build is going. It does a lot of clearing and decent boss damage, but I have a feeling I can get it a lot better. I just haven't done it yet. So hopefully I can figure that out sooner than later. I might end up trying to do a double claw setup, which might be fun. We'll see. But at this moment, we're doing claw shield because we can.
Feel the thrill of the void.
Well, I don't know what happened there, but looks like I got hit by that laser again. Unfortunately, we might be failing this fight. I think what it could be is the fact that we are spamming the screen and it's just not showing a lot of the animations for some of the stuff. We were able to dodge the die laser that time very easily, but I think the quad laser, I was just underestimating how much damage it would do, and it just killed me. Another thing I will note is that I had my potion up and it didn't give me the 0 cooldown on my VLS, which is kind of a bit of a bug, I guess. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the potion wasn't up at that time and I thought it was. But either way, I gotta be a little more attentive to the potions. Unfortunately, when they are auto-triggering like that, you have to be very careful on how you play it. What I might end up doing is making it so I pop them when I want to pop them. In other words, they don't trigger automatically like that, but they trigger when I pop like the movement flask or something. But we'll see how exactly we play this out once we get it going. Alright, my last portal. Let's wait for everything to load. Alright, see, as you saw there, we were not able to spam like we should have been. And we couldn't move there. Yep. Well, unfortunate. We got him pretty close to death, but we're in standard and Sirus isn't really, super beneficial to us just yet. Anyway, we have all the gems ×2 or so. So, that being said, sorry you got to see a fail, but, this is just kind of a update on where my build is. Once I get the damage up and I am able to just kind of like, delete everything really easy, or figure out exactly how I want my flask to be set up versus Sirus and other bosses, I'll get back to you guys on an update. I don't know how interested you guys are on this, but for now I'm just going to end this video with showing you exactly what I do. So instead of doing use when what do you call it, when they're full, I'm going to see if I can use it. There we go. Use when adjacent flask is used. So now I have 4 of these use when adjacent flask is used, meaning they will all be used when I do, let's say for example this, they all get used, like so. Another thing is, if I take all of these off like this and I pop right here the movement flask, now it's just going to use them whenever the movement flask is used. However, as you see there, it's kind of linked to that whole thing there. So what I can do is I can move this here, and since this has 2 charges, this has 3 charges, so on and so forth, all I do is I pop this. Now the ones that will need to be used will auto refresh, like so. And that's what it looks like. As you see, it's a pretty simplistic setup. What you can do is, if you can figure out increased flash charges gained on any form of gear, such as ascendancy notables in the tree, maybe even notable on a flask cluster, anything like that, I would recommend looking for that, because you can basically have infinite flasks if you get it done right. Now, I do appreciate you guys joining me for these videos, and I do like updating the videos for the builds such as this. And once I get the build a little more fleshed out, like I said, I am still missing four links here, a link there, 3 links here, 3 links here, and a link there. And I have a lot to do before I get everything kind of done and said and done and over with. So we'll figure that out until it's all like perfected, I guess. And once it is, great. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you do enjoy these videos. If you have any questions on how to make the Hateforges work on any other types of builds, I can work on that as well. I will say that Hateforges here, they say they work for, you see, Val attacks you use yourself, cost rage instead of, what do you call it, cost rage instead of requiring souls. So this is really strong, just as a overall, because this makes it so you can use attack skills infinitely, essentially, most of them anyway. I know there's a way to use, for example, Val Rain of Arrows infinitely, and it's a little bit harder to do, but it's insanely powerful. Oh, it looks like my console has locked up, so I hope I can submit this video. Oh no. Well, if I'm able to submit this video, cool. If not, then I guess I just recorded this this whole thing for not. We'll see. We'll see. Come on. Is you coming back? Come on. Unfortunately, GGG has really outdone themselves with this last patch, giving us freezes that sometimes last a long time, and just for the most part, it'll either kick us to the menu, or when we come back, it'll just like kick us out of the game altogether. That's what's going on with PlayStation right now, and I'm hoping they fix it, but I'm not keeping my breath held on that because they don't have a very good track record of paying attention to the console users, and it's a problem, honestly. But if you know a community of people, usually it's better. Oh, there we go. We are kicked back to menu. But without further ado, I will be submitting this video anyway because I'm still able to. So yeah.